What's going on? Boys, it's your boy. I've been thinking recently. 2020 was probably the worst year ever. For the world and for me personally. Something I do, or maybe something INTPs do, because we are a partially MBTI channel now. Rather than problem solve off the bat, I will find the million things wrong with the problem, or the things causing the problem, or other problems causing that problem, which create even more problems. And problem solving seems fruitless because the moment you solve a problem, a million other problems come up, and anytime you build anything you feel good about, or anytime you succeed at anything, it's temporary. It's either forgotten, it falls apart, or another problem replaces your victory, stomps all over it. So why not keep fixating on what is bad, why it's bad, the millions of reasons why it's bad? For instance, how much of yourself are you supposed to forfeit to fit in? If you forfeit nothing and be completely yourself, cops will either shoot you or lie and try to put you in prison forever. You'll be rejected by everyone all the time, and you might feel good for being yourself, but you'll alienate everyone else in the process. If you give up everything, if you give up yourself, forfeit yourself 100%, people will still hate you. Except now you're miserable. The negative feelings, anger, sadness, loneliness are just multiplied because now you're giving everything and it's still not working. And that's doomed to explode eventually. And if you try to do the happy medium, which is normally my preferred route because it's cliche and rather effective, same thing, still doesn't work. Nothing works. Another example, friends. If you do whatever you want to do, you make no friends, you're alone. If you go out and do things you don't want to do, say things you don't want to say, you might make friends, but then you hate them because you can't say anything you want to say. You can't do anything you want to do, so they aren't really your friends. Or you meet a few people you like, but for whatever reason, you can only speak with them a short amount of time before getting bored, which you might hate yourself for, or feel angry at in and of itself. If I like this person, why do I feel bored after one conversation, maybe even halfway through it? So you don't talk to them as much, but then they're acquaintances and you lack that connection, the one you're looking for. There's no win in that. So many different things in life there are no wins for. I guess another bigger example would be, why isn't there a single place on earth anyone can just be whomever they want to be, say whatever they want to say, without risking death, imprisonment, rejection, or if maybe not even get acceptance, but just be allowed just to exist as yourself. Patrice O'Neill wanted, I think it was a year or two before he died, was just a place I can say something. Just a place to be himself, think something, talk about things. And he never found it. He died. And a place like that really doesn't exist. Unfortunately, not even in America. I love... I this has been something I've been struggling with a lot recently, is how am I supposed to love ideals our own country doesn't uphold? Neither side. Why does our country have to, it's all fuckity fuck fuck. But you see what I'm saying. Points made. Millions of things to fixate on, millions of negatives, and any positives you look for are temporary, flawed, and will collapse inevitably, and any problems you solve will be replaced by more problems, worse problems. So, what do you do? Feeling anything positive feels impossible under these circumstances we're all living under, unfortunately. But that's the point, right? Sometimes when we wibble our gibbles, we forget. Remember? This is why Anime God is still important, even if you're sober and square, even if you're forgetful, and why Evangelion is some kind of icon, a reminder that I don't understand yet. Hopefully one day we will. I haven't listened to A Cruel Angel's Thesis in over a year. Certainly not since everything happened, which still hasn't been sorted out, by the way. But off chance, I stumbled across it and I listened to it again, and I remembered we are in hell. We aren't meant to feel particularly happy. Or if we do feel happy, happiness itself isn't the goal. Righteousness is. If you fixate on what's wrong, you'll find only what's wrong. If you try to look for what's right, you won't find much because it's all temporary. You aren't clever or intelligent for figuring out what's wrong and why it's wrong. You aren't strong and motivated for finding or building what's good, which will eventually fall apart. Or because it will fall apart. We live in hell. Shit's bad. Yes. Yes, it is bad. Ruminating on it for years accomplishes nothing, gets you nowhere, keeps you trapped, either in the cycle of wallowing or fighting. You're drowning in a tar pit either way. Realizing you're in hell, remembering you're in hell, and things will always be bad, allows you not to worry about it, not to think about it, not to stress, not to kill yourself over it. I mean, you will, of course, do all those things anyway, but realizing hell's being hell is not the be-all end-all frees you. You can refocus and work on what is righteous, what eventually gets us out of hell one day. Toward what, for what, no idea. But righteousness is easily forgotten, rarely remembered, but remembering it is important. Focusing, or if not focusing on what's righteous, because that's hard, I understand, but remembering righteousness exists, something more, something right exists. Even if just in the background, keeps you aligned, I think, if that makes sense. Anyway, jerk your dick or not dick to anime, reconnect with your beacon, whatever yours may be. Mine's Evangelion. Still haven't watched it. I won't watch it for a while. Wallow as long as you need. Then remember things are bad because they're supposed to be bad. Bad is as designed. It's natural, it's expected, and it's okay. Then, find that righteousness. Boys, it's hard to find, I know, but in every instance, you can sense what's right. If you need to wallow, and that's right, wallow a while. If you need to stress or work hard on something, do it. Whatever's right. Then remember that right is bigger and more important than what's bad. Hell is not forever. We die, and hopefully, if we've lived righteous lives, we are on to something better. We're already on to something good now. But something feels too perfect for hell to be all there is. Connect with that and live righteously. Boys, but that about rippity wraps this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. Cruel Angel's Thesis, man, it hit me, and everything I had forgotten all made sense again, just like that. Don't overdo them, but keep your beacons, remember your beacons. Remember them. And we passed 1,000 subs. I'm very happy. Thank you guys. However, I'm pretty sure they all are MBTI subs, so I'll make a thank you for 1,000 video once we are damned sure that 1,000 isn't cashing out immediately. But thank you for being here, really. All my boys, y'all matter to me. Y'all are my favorite. Y'all really matter to me. I have that little chalkboard. I occasionally rewrite what I need to remember, or my beacons maybe, or my, not necessarily goals, but things keeping me kicking. My boys are always, not number one. You guys are actually on the bottom of the list because I can write you guys larger there. Remembering we're fighting for something, and we're fighting together. You aren't alone. I'm not alone. We're all in this together. That helps keep me going. Thank you. Like if you enjoyed, because that helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, because we do this shit sometimes. And comment your thoughts, because I love hearing from you. How are you boys doing? How are things? Haven't made a video in a while. We'll see if more videos come. I have some ideas. Well, thanks again for watching, everybody, really. We have a lot of fun on this channel. So much fun, in fact, you can fill a can of beefaroni with it. That may sound like a mundane one, but beefaroni, my body's been craving protein lately. I could eat a million of anything, but if I don't get enough protein, I still feel starving. That is the cheapest and most effective protein I've ever found. So good. So beefaroni. So fun. But that's how much fun we have on this channel, and I look forward to doing this with you guys again in the future.